Hate crimes are skyrocketing in the nation and in New York City. A recent report from the Anti-Defamation League notes that the number of anti-Semitic incidents in New York rose by over 90% in 2017 compared to 2016. 90%. According to a new book titled Semitism, Being Jewish in the Age of Trump, the situation could get even worse and potentially more dangerous. In his book, Jonathan Weissman, the deputy Washington editor of the New York Times, describes his own encounters with white nationalists and looks at how the connection between them and the Trump administration is making us face a rising tide of hate. And we're delighted to have Jonathan with us. Now, Jonathan, thanks for spending some time with us.
Thanks for having me.
I want to get to your own experiences that are a bit of a springboard for all of this. But I do want to ask a first question, and that is about the title. Curious, and you can look at it here, Semitism, Being Jewish in America in the Age of Trump. And Semitism has 3 parentheses around it, and there's a significance to that. What is it?
There is. It was during the 2016 campaign, and I was on Twitter, as I often am, and I sent something out onto Twitter, and I got a reply back from somebody calling himself Cyber Trump. And all it was it just said, hello, Weissman. But my name, Weissman, was in 3 parentheses, just like that. And I kind of intuited, well, I have a Jewish-sounding name. I wonder what this means. And then I replied to him, care to explain? And he came back saying, what ho, the vaunted Ashkenazi intelligence. It's a dog whistle. I have belled the cat for my fellow Goyim. And what it is those 3 parentheses were used to mark Jews on social media. And then these neat kind of swarms of neo-Nazis had this special software. It's called the coincidence indicator. And they could download it and search for the targets that were belled to go after. So those actually signify who was targeted online.
Is it too hyperbolic to say a modern day armband?
That's what they call it, actually.
They do.
They say this is our way of slapping the yellow star on their chest. So that's certainly what they would call it.
Let me talk a little bit more about your experiences then. All right. As a journalist, you're far more public, certainly. And as you said, you're engaged on social media. What did you find then that you were being subjected to? Well,
I mean, the ugliness of the anti-Semitism and the hate really took me aback. You know, obviously we know that there is bigotry in this country, but having your face, photoshopped on a picture of somebody of a concentration camp victim, or somebody kneeling down about to be shot in the back of the head by a Nazi, or being in a gas chamber with a Donald Trump figure in Nazi regalia about to turn on the gas. It just went on and on and on. There was one guy who sent me an image of the very famous gates of Auschwitz, but instead of saying work makes you free in German, it said Machen America Great Again. And this weird motif of the Holocaust, persecution of the Jews, and Trumpism just kept recurring over and over. And it took me so aback that I really tried to send it out into the world and show what was really out there.
Would you characterize what you were doing as in a way fighting back, pushing back, or were you just trying to illuminate this?
You know, I think I would say I was pushing back. My main goal was to show just the level of hatred out there that had been stirred up during this campaign. And in some ways, I will admit, in some ways I was playing into the kind of neo-Nazi trap here, because look, I have a lot more followers on Twitter or on Facebook than they do. And so by sending it out, I was somewhat amplifying their message. And so I did it in bursts, but didn't do it in a sustained way. And in fact, the head of the Anti-Defamation League said, I get what you're doing, Jonathan. Maybe you should cool it down for a while.
Because of that? The fact that you were giving a voice to folks who didn't have nearly the voice that essentially that you or others did?
I think that was his thought. You know, it was important to raise awareness, but that at some point you may be giving them too much of a platform.
What do you think about that?
I mean, it's something I wrestle with a lot. And in writing this book, I have a whole chapter about how to confront this rising white nationalism. And there certainly are very strong, smart voices who say the best way to do it is just ignore it because these people just want the attention. But I remember talking to a rabbi in Washington who said, you know, you have to look to the Torah, to the religious books, and it says, when the Jew finds injustice, the Jew must stand up to injustice. So, you know, if you look to our own teachings, you come away with thinking we do have to fight back. We shouldn't just put our heads in the sand and hope it all goes away.
So what is it that you wanted to do with this book? What are you hoping will come from it?
You know, I wanted to send out a wake-up call because I just feel like there hasn't been a loud enough response to this rising bigotry. And I think that Jews and Muslims and Latinos and immigrants and all of these people all these groups that have been targeted in the last couple of years really need to speak together. And this isn't a question of, deciding who's got it worse. It's really a question of unifying around this notion of democratic pluralism, that we're all in this together, and the United States is not a white homeland, and we have to stand up for that.
Again, it's called Semitism, Being Jewish in America in the Age of Trump. Jonathan, it's a marvelous and compelling and very provocative work here, and we appreciate you spending some time with us.
Thank you for having me.
You do well.